Jason.
I am Stina.
Welcome to JSAdventure.
Okay, it's 4:43 a.m. Why are we so early? Because we checked the time, and apparently there is a time difference between here and Tennessee. The part of Tennessee that we're going is gonna be Eastern time. Yeah, when Sina checked, she checked the whole Tennessee, and then she thought there's no time difference, but apparently there is a difference. Yep, that's why we're up so early. Let's drive 3 hours to our destination, and we have to reach there by 9. That's why we have to be up here so early. Yep, eating that burger from Crystal yesterday. Yeah, the breakfast not even ready at the motel yet. Yep. Alright, I'll update more when we get there. Signing up. 哦，刚才超级塞的，大概有2部车整个扁掉，被卡车压烂在对岸。我们那边塞了大概15分钟吧，还是20分钟 ，really long。然后应该差一点没油，剩半格，然后我们要去加油啊！加油站，快让我们下去，下不去！后来就到加油站，可是就加油站它那6点开，可是店员没有来，因为被塞住啊。然后我就在路边尿尿。Yep. We just crossed the border. 我们不知道在哪一州了，我们一直跨来跨去，它刚好在边界路这样跨。
就这样绕。
跟上前面的车。
是不是可以在这边？
对。什么？我们现在在开等一下要开I-24继续往 Chattanooga。上次我们去 Great Smoky Mountain 的时候有去过的一个城市 ，Rock City 跟 Ruby Fall。对。Yep。OK， 我们大概还要1个小时45分钟会到，我们比我们预计时间晚，maybe半个小时。希望拿得到。
时间还没有变哎。
时间还没有变，对。我们等一下会有时差1小时，可是现在还没有到那个地方 ，Tennessee 还没进去哦。可能是进 Tennessee 了。
我们进 Tennessee。I
think we just crossed Tennessee from Georgia。
但是我们还没有进去，有时差那一边。
前面又开始塞了。
哎呀呀
！Oh well. Bye.
Yay, we arrived at Manhattan Project National Historic Park. We made it on time and got the tickets for the bus tour. Yeah, the park is a $5 entrance fee for the museum and includes bus tour. Okay, so we're inside the Manhattan Project Museum, American Museum of Science and Energy, also the National Park. So that's the National Parks Visitor Center. Lots of interactive stuff going on. And here is Stina. We're going upstairs. Yep. So nuclear power plant are designed to withstand aircraft hitting it, so it doesn't explode like this. Boom! And the aircraft is destroyed, and the barrier divides. So this museum talks a lot about nuclear power plant, energy, and reactor. Enter the secret city.
那个 Energy Museum 里面呢，很幸运的拿到2张 Bus Pass，5块钱1张，然后它就有3个小时的 tour 带你去看原子弹发源的那个地方，对不对？
的科学。
Yeah， 他一天只让30几个人进去而已，然后我们到的时候第24还25个，
对啊。
我们今天塞车还可以拿到票，太幸运了。然后我们后面就是 Museum。Yeah， 它大部分都是小孩子的一些 interactive 的东西 ，puzzle 玩的东西，对，还有一些 auditorium 也有，对。Yep， 我们等一下11点15的 tour， 它一天就只有1场 tour 而已，所以一定要赶上。Alright， 然后等一下我可能去吃个东西之类的。
对，因为 tour 结束就2点。
2点多。OK，a day later。
Decided to get some lunch before going to the bus tour because no food on the tour for 3 hours. Went to Hardy.
From Hardee's， 我点了 burrito，
就是 Carl's Jr.
Jr. 的美男版。
美男版，那美女版是吗？
美女版的 Carl Jr.，Miss Jr.，Miss Carl。那我们在15分钟要进场先吃饱，3个小时的 tour， 都2点结束。Into the tour. That's our bus right there. And this is the Manhattan Project National Historic Park. It's Dina. Yeah, we got our tickets. I don't want to show my ID.
We have on board. 1, 2, come on. All right, you guys get the hard questions. when we get to the reactor and I started getting hit with the hard questions, you guys are going to get. Listen, I'm a civil engineer, a dirty engineer, so you're on the 12 plan up here, which we will not take and you cannot take, and we will be going to the visitor center. The Y12 plane is where all the calutrons from the electromagnetic process were installed.
So the bus tour takes us to 3 buildings. The first one is Y12. We watch a film there and get to see some cool stuff in there.
We've only got about 5 minutes, so try to.
Why 12?
We had to have that a day or two in advance. What would happen today if we said, hey, we're gonna drop a bomb on Friday? Be on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, matter of minutes. So the misprint that I wanted you to look at, this is how people found out what was happening. And this is about the Trinity test that was out in New Mexico. Down near.
This is the church that's not destroyed by the Manhattan Project. And that's our bus. So the bus tour take us to different national laboratory. We don't get to get off the bus, but we get to see the laboratory from on the bus.
This building operated until 1964, enriching uranium up to 95%. And all the enriched uranium in our nuclear arsenal, for the most part, after the war, came out of this building. These other buildings enriched uranium only up to about 5 to 7, 10%. Because a nuclear power plant, where's my nuke guy? 7%.
Yeah.
So these facilities operated here, and there was a gaseous diffusion plant built at Paducah, Kentucky. That's where I hired on. Another one was up in Portsmouth, Ohio. So the Department of Energy was selling low-enriched uranium.
Now we're at the nuclear reactor, graphite nuclear reactor, the highlight of this bus tour. It was used in World War II to build the atomic bomb, where they make plutonium in mass amount. And we don't get to take picture outside the building or on the way from the bus to the building due to security reason, but we're allowed to take picture and video inside the graphite reactor.
substance. It doesn't occur in nature. And it's made when you under the right conditions, and what I like to say magic. Under the right conditions, you transmute U-238, the bad guy. You wanted the 235 for the bomb, but the bad guy, the U-238.
So this is where they make the plutonium. It's the reactor, graphite reactor. The pile. And here's the reactor control room. So yeah, overall I really enjoyed the tour. It's one of the coolest parts you get to see where the nuclear reactor is, and I highly recommend it coming here, but you have to plan your schedule ahead of time and make the bus tour to make it all worth it. Alright, next we're going to Andrew Johnson's National Historic Park. Stay tuned for that. See you next time. Bye.